This will be episode 162 for you guys tonight. Once my co-hosts join in, we'll go ahead and get today's episode started.
What's up?
What's up, Rob?
How's it going?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Pretty good, man. It's been good.
What you been up to? Thank you.
The
The Father's Day one.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, it's a nice hat.
Thank you.
What's up, Fred?
How y'all doing?
Good.
I'm doing good, but the question I'm gonna ask you
Stop it. That's later in the show.
There's time and place.
Hey,
And that will be
hashtag fuck Mike Dunleavy.
So what's Danny? Is that his name?
Yeah, he should be joining in a second.
Okay. I was just looking at like the centers that are left on free agency and like
There's nobody
there. It's all gone.
Hey, y'all gonna stop hating on man DeMarcus Cousins. That brother has been killing it. I mean, it is in Taiwan, but he's been killing it in Taiwan, and you can't tell me that some of the dudes in this league right now are better than DeMarcus Cousins.
I gotta agree with that. I mean, he could be like an Andre Drummond right now, how he's just floating around in the league. I think it's good enough to get the roster spot.
You can't tell me that Nick Claxton, who just got a 4-year, $100 million deal, is better than DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Sit here and lie to me. I mean, the only thing about Buggy, he do can't stay healthy, but that's the way of the show.
You got DeAndre Jordan's out there, man. Go ahead and pick him up.
We just got our stretch in the draft. His name is now I can't think of his name right now. Dude shot like 40% from the field for 3-point.
Boban is out there, man. Come on.
I thought did somebody get him?
I don't know.
Wait,
I don't think so.
which Boban? Which one?
Boban.
Oh, Boban. I thought you said Mo Bamba.
No, the guy that's like Boban Marjanovic. The guy that's like
that dude can't run.
What's up?
There we go. What's
going on, fellas?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm ready now. I got to throw the hoodie on, then I'm ready. I heard a little bit of the conversation. My phone was kind of tweaking out, though, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we ready. And DeMarcus Cousins, I gotta disagree, bro. He ain't bad. Bro. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Let's stop. Bro. He didn't make it in a big three with Ice Cube.
Hey yo.
But
So you gonna sit there and tell me that Cody Zeller is better than DeMarcus Cousins?
hey, he might be in better shape. I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know. He might be in better shape.
Damn.
Man, that's crazy.
I'm just messing with you. You're dealing with enough as a Warriors fan.
Yeah, he first on the list when we start. He first on the list.
All right, bet. Let's do it then. I'm ready, man.
Hashtag fuck Mike Dunleavy.
Oh yeah, that man. I'll wait. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready whenever y'all are. Let's do it.
Just go easy on me, man. We not Thomas. All right, I'm not Thomas.
Nah. I'm Alicia when we start. But we go ahead and get started now. All right. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host Thomas Tyree from Onthehop Podcast. Today, this will be episode 162 for you guys today. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Rob Sarasula and Fred Harris. And once again, we are joined from the host of the Run Podcast, Manny Wilson, is joining us again from Chicago today. Thanks, Manny, for coming on with us today, because we got a lot to talk about in the world of the NBA, inside the basketball world, starting off with free agency. So let's get to it. Fred, you first on the list. The Warriors dynasty has officially ended, one of the greatest dynasties of all time. If I had a small violin to play for you, I'd play it. But I want to know, Fred, what are your thoughts on Klay Thompson departing from the Warriors? How does this feel?
I mean, hold on. Can I get 1 second? I just need 1 second. I just need to turn around for a second.
One.
He went to go cry some more. It's okay, bro. Wipe your tears, bro. We all had them days.
Is that the Klay jersey?
Oh, Klay jersey.
Oh. Hey,
go ahead, burn that.
Yeah, summertime bonfires are popular. Might as well go ahead and do that.
Hey, go ahead, burn that.
All right, we back.
Give it to the goodwill, man.
Hey, you might as well ask him for a refund for what he did last season.
Hey, brother. See,
That boy Klay was out there throwing bricks left and right. Come on now.
I can't disagree with that. I really cannot. But I can't be mad at everything that Klay gave to this organization. You know what I'm saying? Game 6 Klay was alive and real. Not last year, but Game 6 Klay was a thing, okay? I mean, going back to the OKC days, I mean, I got nothing but love for him. At the end of the day, it is a business. God feed your family. You know, I read reports that the Warriors were planning on giving him good money, but I guess he felt betrayed because we probably were going to trade him for Paul George if the opportunity arose.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he did what was best for him. Got nothing but love. It gave us technically 13, but only 11 good years. Well, 11 actual years of playing time. He was hurt for those 2 years. So,
Yeah.
got nothing but love. Like I said earlier in the podcast, though, fuck Mike Dunleavy. Bob Myers, please come back. I miss you so much. Mike Dunleavy is running that organization to the ground. He has traded Jordan Poole for Chris Paul and then waived Chris Paul a year later. He's trying to trade Andrew Wiggins, but won't even let him go play for his his home team basketball team. He's killing us. He's killing us. He's killing us slowly. And I know the dead cap is going to come around, and it's going to absolutely do some nasty stuff to our organization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sad, man.
It is
It's
sad.
sad world.
It is sad. All I can do is just sit back. Hey, Manny, we in the same boat now, brother.
Whoa, no. That's not
Hey.
even close. That is not even close, yo.
Hey, my Pistons in complete rebuild mode. Y'all about to be in the middle ground. At least we bad and we know it. Y'all about to be bad and some of y'all still don't even know it. Some Warriors fans still think they're going back.
As long as I got another jersey there. Don't make me go put it on.
I hope it's Steph Curry. If it ain't Steph Curry,
Who is it, Kevin?
you might as well toss it. It better not be no damn
It's 30.
Draymond Green jersey.
It's 30. it's Mr. 30. Okay, and as long as
30, 30 gonna have to average 30 and 10 if he want to see the playoffs at all.
No,
we
I'm not
ain't got to
saying
worry about that. And the Pistons in the East. I ain't got to worry about none of that.
it's going to be a grind for that 8th seed for us. Okay, it's going to be
A run for the 8th and best of luck. Y'all lucky the West having a down year this year. Paul George and all of them are still over there.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh,
Paul George does not move the needle for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. He really don't.
that's crazy.
That's crazy. Come on now.
He's old.
Paul George does not move the needle for me.
All right, bro. I can't let y'all disrespect PG-13 like this, bro.
He's nice.
Look,
He's
man.
nice, but like I don't know, man. I think he got overpaid, in my opinion.
Overpaid.
I don't think he paid him that kind of money, man.
Paul George coming off his best season of his career, shooting wise.
It's not his best season of his career, though.
Highest percentage.
It's not the best season of his career.
Yes, it is. 3-point percentage. He shot the highest he's ever shot from the 3-point line at 41.13%. That's higher than any time he was an MVP candidate. 47% from the field goal. That's higher than any other time in his season before the injuries and after the injuries. And he still averaged 22, played more games than Luka Doncic, played more games than Tyrese Maxey, played more games than a lot of other superstars in this league who wasn't even eligible for the MVP award. And he still thrived. Like, he had a good season. I don't know how that can be considered a down year when you're coming off your best shooting year, 3-point percentage-wise and field goal percentage-wise, and you still gave a whole bunch of games more than a lot of other superstars that's younger and older than you. I just don't see how that could be like a decline.
I never said, well,
yeah,
it's personally not his best year to me. It might be his best shooting year. Y'all got it.
Statistically.
But like stats stats mean something, but at the same time, like you gotta watch ball and like
it's like
that's not like
if
you say anything other than that OKC run where he was with Russ, that was his best year.
Yeah.
The only thing Paul George done slowed down to is his athleticism. He ain't jumping out the gym like he was. But in terms of his moves, getting to the cup, creating a shot, that man can still do that, if not better than he's ever done before.
I think Paul George might be one of the smoothest players to play in the game.
Oh, we heard you.
Like you said, athletically and defensively. And it honestly don't seem like his heart is in the shit really no more either.
Damn, you said he a full-time podcaster now?
That brother like talking now. He like talking now. It's okay.
I can't believe y'all trying to play PG like this.
Hustle. But I mean, like PG just don't move the needle for me. I mean, I wasn't even happy when we were looking to trade him. I would trade for him.
That's great. Y'all needed him out of everybody.
I mean, we need anything we can get. We'll take pebbles and stones.
I really thought, Fred, y'all were gonna be in the running for Paul George. I said
we were, but the Clippers didn't want to trade him to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I help out a Western folks.
Y'all are technically rivals, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Would you say that?
We're both from the West, so.
Yeah, I mean, I would never think Clippers and Warriors is a thing, but you know. But I don't know. I mean, in a way, for me, I mean, I'm not saying. I guess I was saying he was overpaid, but like, I just think, like you said, his athleticism's going down. Like, he's 35, 36 years old. Like, 34. I know he definitely played more games than he has in the past this season. But like, especially what about the future? Like, what about year like, if you don't bank on success in like the first or second year of his contract, it's gonna age badly. Like, what about his age, like 38, 39 season? Like, we don't know. Like, he's still going to be getting paid like what, 55 million. So, I mean, that's a large portion of your cap, and you know, Embiid is Embiid in the playoffs. He disappears in the fourth quarter. So yeah, Paul George also does not have a great track record in the postseason. So when you mix two guys that have historically been bad, or not bad, but like prone to disappearing in the clutch, I don't know, man. I don't think Philly's going to be up there this year regardless. I think they're screwed, to be honest.
No matter what team it is, no matter how great the team is put together, health is always going to be a factor. We seen how the
100%.
Celtics had an easy road to the playoffs and to the finals because everybody needed to get injured. They took care of business. That's a completely different story. But
I know all full well what good health looks like in the postseason, and our team was not a great example of that whatsoever. The Knicks were missing like 8 people.
But if Philly can stay healthy in the postseason, then that's when it's time to have a conversation about who's coming out of the East. Because on paper, they look like the ideal team to obviously go toe-to-toe with the Celtics, but it comes down to health. Celtics stay healthy. They've been healthy over the past few years, so that's obviously going to be a key component, as always.
I got the Sixers in a series next year, too.
If Sixers is healthy, I think as of right now, I go Sixers over anybody but the Celtics.
Hold on now.
Anybody but the Celtics.
I think the Sixers have made a lot of good moves for them. I mean, obviously re-signing Tyrese and then signing Paul George.
Kelly Oubre also.
Kelly Oubre too. Kelly Oubre is a wonderful role player. I think they made a lot of good moves. I think they do have even though I said Paul George doesn't move the needle, he doesn't have to really move the needle on this team because he can just, he's going to be a third option. So he can kind of he doesn't have to have a big role like he has in the past. So
got to keep shooting well. That's it. And he's straight. They got Embiid to do all that heavy lifting. And Maxey to do all. They got the young guys to do all that heavy lifting. People shooting well. And that's it.
I still think that the Knicks are a deeper team than the Sixers, in my opinion, when we're fully healthy.
Yeah.
I think we could strap Paul George up easy with who we have now.
But in the playoffs, that don't really matter.
I think Knicks punking teams, man. At least from last year. Going off last year, Knicks just punked a lot of teams that they played. Seriously, man, I thought a lot of teams that they played were more talented, like from an individual perspective of like each person on the roster. But Knicks, they played physical, they played hard, they played tough, and they was just bro. They was punking teams. It's like when push came to shove, teams was older than the Knicks was like, all right, man, we gonna keep giving buckets, and they ended up winning. And like they do have a deep roster too, but injuries was the big downfall for the Knicks too. Like they couldn't stay.
Yeah.
We were screwed in that Pacers series. We had like 7 people left.
I feel like the Knicks and the Pacers are always gonna those are just the two teams that are always gonna try to just outwork you, night in and night out.
And the Pacers had the bodies to outwork us when we couldn't outwork them.
I mean, hey, the Pacers just added another body that can. I mean, he hasn't had a good NBA career, but he's athletic. So
who was it?
James Wiseman.
Oh, damn!
That's crazy.
That's another center that I was like low key looking at because we lost our boy.
I mean, he hasn't had the best career, but he is athletic. He's athletic as hell. So that's
taking him off our hands. Right. We didn't want him no more. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, we didn't want him no more either. Y'all got it.
And thank you.
Hey, we spent the second round pick on him, so we're kind of sad about that. But he can go.
Oh yeah,
he can go.
Yeah, I did.
Back in 2020. I'll say one thing about the Paul George thing because I agree with Manny though. I can't disagree with them getting the 76ers though because it's like I see them as the third best team in the East now behind the Celtics and the Knicks. I see five things stopping the 76ers from making it out of the East. It's the Celtics, it's the Knicks, it's their head, their shoulders, and their toes. Because like y'all said, they got to be healthy in order to compete. But if they could do that, if they're healthy, I think it could work. Because all jokes aside, though, Paul George, that's why I said that was the perfect spot for him. Because like Fred said, he's got to be a third scoring option now because, Joel Embiid's going to have the ball in his hands when he can. Tyrese Maxey's going to have the ball in his hands when he can. Paul George doesn't really have to have the ball in his hands anymore. He just has to be there, basically like Manny said, to shoot and just be reliable hitting those shots. But I don't know. I think if they could continue to build this team, they got rid of their unreliable player, their weakest link in Tobias Harris. Manny, I don't know why the Pistons picked him up.
What happened to Tobias Harris? He used to be so
From the
nice.
Sixers to the Pistons?
Bro,
Hey,
we fell off the mat.
Oh, God.
He gonna help us out for the time that he's there.
Hey,
because
the
we
mid-range shots.
we need shooters right now to win more than 14 games. Toby can shoot the ball. Toby can shoot the ball. So I'm not upset about it. He can shoot the ball, and he's going to be that 4 for us that can play all around the floor. So I'm okay with Toby, like just for the duration that we have him to, which is 2 years, which is not crazy, but help us out, get us over 25 games to win, and just play your part. And then we ship him off after 2 years. But I ain't mad.
I seen Mr. Tobias miss a lot of threes. The mid-range is still butter. That thing is automatic.
Hey,
Man,
Fred,
I seen him miss a lot of threes.
as long as he plays meaningless games, he'll be okay. Because when they mean something, he is nowhere to be found.
And you know where
that's
the meaningless games? Out in Detroit.
Yep. That's the perfect spot for him.
Number 1 meaningless game.
The next season, he can shoot as much as he wants. He can play as bad as he wants, as good as he wants. It don't even matter because they ain't about to do nothing in the postseason. And you know what? I think he just had a bad year too. Like when push comes to shove in clutch moments of the game, he just folded up a little bit. But we see the best of us. I mean, my man's Clay. He was throwing up bricks all last season, but he still got paid $50 million. $50 million.
That's what I was about to say about Tobias Harris. It was that Game 6 elimination game they lost to the Knicks in the first round. Man, Kendrick Perkins was so fired up on first take the next day. He said the team asked him to go get him Chick-fil-A. He came back instead of food. He came back with napkins and silverware.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
I didn't even see that.
Bro, he was so pissed off with Tobias Harris not helping them out in Game 6.
Yeah, he sucked in that game. He just got like.
He sucked a lot of the season. I can't lie. He was not contributing a lot of that season. Still a good player though. I mean, good size, big frame. Obviously mid-range. That mid-range jumper is that thing is still butter.
Green light.
He money for me.
But back to Clay, Fred. Do y'all think that Clay can work with the Mavericks? What do y'all think about that?
I mean, there's no pressure for him to do anything really. You already got Kyrie and Luka. I mean, they doing all the scoring. If he can just sit in the corner, hit a couple spot up threes, there's no reason for him to run around, shoot fading threes no more. There's no reason for him to actually try to get 20 a game or anything like that. You just chill out, get 15, something like that. Have a calm little night. Maybe play a little defense.
That's what they need. Defense.
Defense.
Yeah. Only thing is he can't play defense like he used to. Them knees and ankles don't move like they used to.
I ain't gonna. Mavs perimeter defense is looking real whack.
They need some help.
Hey, come on now. Kyrie, sit down sometime.
Kyrie can sit down when he need to. Kyrie 6'2". He ain't sitting down on that video. I mean, let's be real. That perimeter defense is not looking solid.
Hey, just saying, he locked up your boy Paul George.
Who did that?
Kyrie.
Oh, Kyrie.
Kyrie locked up your boy Paul George.
I didn't see that clip.
Okay.
I do remember seeing that. I do remember just a glimpse of it. I do remember that.
He was sitting down on your boy Paul George.
Well, I mean, hey, I don't remember seeing that clip. I didn't see that clip of him locking up.
Don't worry, you gonna get a DM. Don't worry, you gonna get a DM.
I believe in his defense. Kyrie, I done seen him sit down and lock up a couple of times, but and then Clay, not the defender that he was, but I still think Clay can sit down on defense, at least for a possession or two or a couple stretches at a game. The biggest question mark is obviously going to be Luka Doncic. If he's going to keep playing that late defense and letting people drive right past him. We know he was injured this past playoffs series and all through the playoffs, but still, bro, what he was doing on the defensive end, that just ain't that's inexcusable. That was inexcusable watching him play defense. And we could see how much the game changed whenever he decided to play defense, whether it was just crucial stretches of the game or whether it was for the entire game. Like, we've seen how much of a difference it made for the team and in terms of just building momentum for the Dallas Mavericks. But above all, bro, Klay definitely going to be solid with the Mavs. Two scorers like Kyrie and Luka who can get to the cup and just penetrate all over the floor, draw a bunch of attention from the defense, knowing you got a lethal shooter like Klay that can shoot from all over the floor. I'm going to just go ahead out here and say it. This is the redemption year for Klay Thompson. He left all the toxicity that's over there in Golden State. Draymond got to worry about it. He ain't got to worry about Dunleavy. He ain't got to worry about all the crazy decisions in the contract play. So this is the redemption year for Klay Thompson. He got to go to Dallas. They're going to go back to the finals, and then they're going to finish the job.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm leaving right there. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Damn.
Right there.
Finish the job.
Now, I will say they got a good starting five now of Luka, Kyrie, Klay, PJ Washington, and Derek Lively. They need some defense though. There is no two-way players in sight right now on this roster.
Not a
If
soul.
PJ Washington continue to get better, we might see him. And then Derrick Jones Jr. free agent right now. He held it down. He really do much in the finals, but I mean, defense-wise, those two guys were pivotal for the Mavericks because they seemed like to be the only two who was playing defense on the Mavericks.
That's true.
And then Lively, great defender down low. Hopefully he continues to get a little bit better, but I think they got the squad to definitely compete, and they have a chance to get back to the finals without a doubt for sure.
What you think, Rob? You think that's going to work with him in Dallas or lost?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have a good lineup now, and, like, obviously they made it to the finals with what they had. I'm also concerned with the defense. You know, we'll see what happens with that. Lively is pretty much the only one currently there that can play defense. Because, like you said, Derrick Jones is unsigned right now. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, it could work. They're going to have to score a lot if they're going to want to, you know, make it far, unless they add at least another piece, whether it's Jones or not. But,
Yeah.
you know, they're going to need to score a lot and just hope that they don't run into a super physical team in the playoffs, because if they do and they don't sign at least another wing, then it could get rough. They could get outboarded, out-hustled. And, you know, Luka is probably one of the worst defenders I've ever seen in the playoffs. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's a toss-up. I mean, the West is a gauntlet. You know, other teams are getting better. Like the Thunder just got a lot better. You know, just one example. But we'll see. I think it is a good fit. I mean, like Fred said, he doesn't have to do too much, and he can just kind of hang out and, you know, do what he can do. Because when you're older like that, all you want to do is shoot. So he's just going to sit out there and spot up, just catch the ball and shoot it. That's all he's going to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing, Rob, your team's next, but there's one thing I just literally thought of about the Kawhi and Paul George experience. This all could have been prevented. I feel like Kawhi Leonard should have just stayed in Canada with the Raptors, because at the time it looked like a picture perfect duo of Kawhi and Paul George, but they got nothing done together. And Kawhi came off of winning the title with the Raptors, man. I mean, they beat the Warriors. They sent KD packing out of Golden State. Hold on.
They beat the Bad News Bears.
Wait a minute. They got.
Keep going. I rebuttal.
They got him out. And of course, that was the year Klay had to recover. So they still had Kawhi, Kyle Lowry, Marc Gasol, Danny Green, Paul Siakam. They should have just he should have just went ahead, re-signed, went back to back, because I think they could have beat that Lakers team in the 2020 bubble in the NBA Finals. But yeah, Brian, I'm just saying, man. You know, KD had the option to stay or go, and after that, he just left. You know.
You know what's crazy? Because I don't find nothing funny. And motherfuckers out here laughing. All right.
You know what I find funny? I find it funny that ever since Draymond punched the shit out of Jordan Poole, it was just raps, bro. That was just the icing on the cake right there. I knew it was over when Dunleavy stepped in. When as soon as the front office changes happened, I said, "Oh yeah, Warriors are done. Like y'all can forget about it." That last championship in 2022 was the last that we're gonna see for about 2 or 3 decades.
Decades?
Yo,
Y'all playing with us now.
Y'all about to go through it, bro. You about to feel all of this pain I've been feeling.
Hey, trust me, I was feeling it before.
I'm telling
I
you,
felt this pain.
we're not about to feel the duration of how long the Pistons been back. I hope you enjoyed the championship.
Hey, at least y'all in the rebuild, you can see a couple new players come in. You know what I'm saying? You see a couple new faces. We have been stuck in like the middle ground. Like before we win the championships, we were going first round sweeps the years before.
I'm gonna tell you this, man.
The Clippers used to whoop our ass those years. Every time by the Clippers.
Steph Curry, 36. I don't know how much more y'all can put on his shoulders, especially when y'all got guys like Draymond Green, who's the next best player on the team. I don't know what y'all can do to turn that around. It ain't no turning it around, bro. Y'all was up here, but y'all about to be down here. It's y'all about to be sliding down fast, bro. And that's okay because y'all done won some championships. Y'all.
No.
So it's cool.
Really good run, dude.
It's all right. But Dunleavy, hey, he's not the answer. And ever since y'all lost Bob Myers, that's when I knew. I said, yeah, this dynasty done. Because Bob Myers, he had respect of the people. He had respect of everybody else in the front office, the players, and he worked it out to everybody's understanding. Dunleavy, as soon as he brought fucking Chris Paul in, I said, oh, yeah, Chris, he done gave up. He bring Chris Paul in out of all people? A guy who ain't got past the second round his whole 20-year career? Come on, man. I love Chris Paul. He's one of my favorites, but that is not the answer if you're trying to continue to go back to the finals. So, hey, that was it. And then Draymond got mad, punched his boy, and I knew it was rap. I was like, let's do the Warriors.
I think it was really raps when Draymond called KD a bitch ass nigga.
That was
Who you say that to?
That was crazy too.
KD.
That was crazy too.
When he called KD a bitch ass nigga, I think that was raps right there.
Y'all did get one more ring after that, though.
Yeah, they got the 2022 one.
Yeah, we got the 2022 one. That was the Celtics were fucking up that year. You know what I'm saying?
That was the GOAT, Steph Curry, that won them. That I hope
also the Celtics are just like a young team. We kind of just played with them. We fiddled with them a little bit. We got in their heads, and Steph Curry obviously caught fire. All respect. I mean, I love this experience that I've been through. We won 4 championships. You know what I'm saying? Gotta love it. I can't be mad at it. Even if we got to go through 2 decades, it was worth it. Everything was worth it. Because in my lifetime, I've seen us become one of the greatest dynasties ever.
That's valid. Yeah.
That's facts.
I'm not really mad at it. I'm sad what's about to happen to us. I think we're gonna be okay until we get like 3-4 years if Curry lasts that long. But once he retires, it's wraps. It's over.
Steph Curry
over.
has entered his Kobe tour. He's entered.
Also, I would like to make a statement. Draymond Green is not the second best player on the team. It is Jonathan Kuminga.
You right. Kuminga is a bucket. You right about that. You right.
You think he's a better player over Andrew Wiggins?
Yes.
Weeks.
Andrew Wiggins was awful last year.
Wigs be up and down. Kuminga,
he had him down. Like the year prior, he was amazing, but last year, just the whole year,
tremendously. Like in the past 3 years,
has done nothing but scale straight up.
And it's insane. There's nothing more I respect to watch a guy continue to build his skill set like that. I respect that. I respect the hell out of that because we put those expectations on so many other guys who were drafted high and just like have a lot of hype around their name. But man, Kuminga to step into the Warriors dynasty, not get discouraged and just be like, all right, I'm about to just work and get better and better, regardless of who's around. That's huge. That's huge. Yeah. Y'all better keep no matter what y'all do.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like basically damn near every team called us about Kuminga and Podziemski. And they said both of them, I mean, especially Kuminga wasn't. Podziemski maybe with the right package, but Kuminga was just not on the table for nobody.
And
y'all should have kept DiVincenzo.
Telling me, I mean, he cost too much.
Thank you, Fred.
He went and outplayed his contract. You're welcome. Go F yourself.
He's a hooper. for the
He
low.
is. And he plays hard. He plays hard, and
He's about to come off the bench now too.
and he can shoot. If you play hard and you can shoot, you have a long career in the NBA.
And nobody really talking about it too with the Knicks. The Knicks low key got a couple champions over there. They got some young champions over there. Because if I'm wrong, I know Josh Hart. He won.
I think he won with the Lakers, didn't he?
The Lakers.
Yeah.
Then you got DiVincenzo who won with Steph Curry. Who else is over there? One other player who won too.
Was OG on that Toronto team though?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, he was on the Raptors team.
OG. Yeah, like they got some champions over there. They just was all young when they won. So I'm like, hey, people forget about that, but that playoff experience is a huge thing, man. That's a huge event.
That team chemistry is about to be crazy with the four of them: Mikal Bridges, Devo, Josh Hart, and Jalen, all winning championship at Villanova as well. Man. So they know what it's like to win together.
That's tough. I can't realize.
When has that ever happened ever? When have you had four teammates that all played on the same championship team in college on the same NBA team?
But no.
When has that ever happened?
Do y'all think you're going to be an elite team next year, Rob, based off of what y'all did in free agency so far?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we just need to – I mean, as long as Mitchell Robinson can stay healthy, which is a big if, we need we need a backup center, and I feel like that backup center should be able to at least shoot a little bit.
I got Hartenstein. What are you talking about?
He's gone, Fred.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. Come on.
He's out.
Why you reminding me of that, Fred? What the hell, bro?
Hartenstein finna torture the Warriors,
bro. That rule, let me just say, that rule is so stupid, dude. We couldn't offer him more than $72 million for 4 years because of his bird rights. So the Thunder went ahead and paid him $30 million a year.
That's right.
Yeah. There was just not it was just you have to suffer because we had him on such a cheap deal. And the rule is that team has the early bird rights, and you can only go up to a certain amount of money. And that amount of money was nowhere close to what he got.
Damn, that's crazy.
He really wanted to stay, but if the Thunder is offering you $12 million a year more than the Knicks, then
you might as well go.
And the tax situation is much better in Oklahoma, obviously,
than New York.
You got to take care of your family, but besides that, adding Mikal Bridges. Called me, my bad.
Yeah.
We have a top wing duo in the league, defensively at least. I mean, that's two very good defensive wings that we have, and that's just going to add to that physicality too. I'm really excited for the Knicks.
You think OG still starts?
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have Jalen at the 1, Mikal Bridges at the 2, OG at the 3, Julius at the 4, and Mitchell at the 5.
That's a good starting lineup in the East.
And then Devo, Josh Hart, and Deuce McBride all off the bench.
That's a nice bench.
Now you know with Tom Thibodeau, that's the only 8 players in the rotation the whole game.
Ain't lying, boy.
I mean, we probably gonna. I think we're gonna re-sign that Precious Achua guy that we had. He was solid, but other than that, yeah, he'll probably play 8 people max.
Yeah, Tom Thibodeau already played Miles Bridges for 138 minutes a night.
I got a question to ask you, though, Rob, about that. Do you think Mikal Bridges is worth 4 to 5 first-round picks?
I mean, yeah, dude. Draft picks, first of all, draft picks are really not that important in the NBA. Let's be honest. They're really not that important. And all those first-round picks are going to be in the 20s. Maybe they overpaid a little bit, but it's the Nets and the Knicks working together on a trade. That hasn't happened in 50 years, 40 years or something like that. They historically do not get along, and they were just unwilling to do business. So if that's what it took to reunite him with his college champion teammates and, it works out, well, then why not? you know, I'm a fan of just let's wait and see, you know, before we really call it what it is. I mean, it is a lot, you know, definitely a lot more than probably other teams are willing to offer, but I mean, we're going all in for him, so I respect it.
That's true.
You know,
That's just a lot. To me, that's a lot. That's a lot for Mikal Bridges. Now the man is Mr. Reliable. He gonna fit well with y'all. Tom Thibodeau, he
And
like
yeah,
to run plays
it's the
around.
perfect
That's a
fit.
game in a minute.
Man, that boy will sit down. He
yeah,
love doing that.
yep.
He also
Him and
do a
OG.
bucket too. He can get a bucket.
Oh yeah, he can get 20. He can get 20 a game.
Easy.
I mean, he could become an all-star on the Knicks, you know, just because he hasn't yet. You know, everyone was calling Jalen Brunson an overpay when that happened, and now he's getting paid like $25 million to be a near MVP. You know,
I remember
so
I was part of saying that. I didn't
and
think he
look
was gonna be the player.
at the Devo deal. What are they paying Devo? Like $8 million a year? Like, come on,
Damn,
you know.
damn,
Like,
Fred. That was a Christmas gift.
I'm willing to live with an overpay for Mikal Bridges if, you know, he's shown that he can look into the future and, you know, get this shit done, you know, like I
I mean,
respect. I'm cool.
man, play every game of the season is already like putting him on a pedestal where he deserves any amount that he gets paid because
Yeah.
somebody playing 82 games in multiple seasons is unheard of, and it's not a better team that he fits with, like in terms of a personality trait than the Knicks. I mean, he got his boys already there from Nova.
That's
They already play physical. They play defense. They hustle hard. This is literally him as a player and how he's played his entire career. Hustle hard, play defense, and he can shoot the ball in the corner and get a bucket in the cup if he need to. I think it's perfect, especially when he's not your first option, when you already got other pieces there surrounding him, or where he just got to easily assert himself and just sit in the corner threes and play defense, grab some rebounds. Perfect.
That's facts.
So
Man.
would Julius Randle still be the second scoring option? Or would it go
Hell no.
What? That Fred,
No.
Fred.
What?
Hey, you gonna tell Julius that? You gonna tell Julius that? Because Julius ain't gonna take
it a
it.
second.
That was,
I will.
Julius Randle be the second scoring option?
Yeah.
Mr.
Tom,
See?
he
I
averaged
knew it wasn't no
25
hell
and
no.
10.
Because
Talking
Julius
about.
Randle ain't gonna take that.
Mr.
Bro, nah, after you got Mikal Bridges, I can't see that now.
Julius Randle still gonna get his 20 shots.
I bet
Yeah, well,
he will get his 20 shots.
he don't care. Whether we like it or not, he gonna be like, fuck it, I'm the first scoring option. So,
Bro,
He gonna be calling for that ball in the post.
hey, I would not as a second scoring option though, not with Bridges there now.
I'm hoping that his long bout of injury will help him look in the mirror and, like, you know, and he was playing a lot better last year before he got hurt.
Yeah.
When OG got traded to them and he was on the court with OG and Jalen and everybody, the Knicks were unstoppable. We were destroying teams. We were beating every team by like 20 in the month of January. Like, we lost 2 games in the month of January with those people in the lineup. So I'm excited to see, you know, regardless, whether it's Mikal or Julius, I don't really care as long as they can work it out and, you know, just play like their identity, play like, you know, physical basketball, get offensive rebounds. That's, you know, what we're known to do. So
everybody's got to accept their role. Everybody's got to accept their role and understand that it is not my job to score. It's Jalen Brunson's job to score the ball. And let me just help him out any way I can. I remember in the playoffs, I want to say against this series against Philly. I watched Jalen Brunson shoot the ball every time, and literally everybody else, it was just evident their job was to go grab a rebound. And I'm like, you know what? If that's the game plan and they executing it well and they winning, because Jalen Brunson don't miss, and you got 4 other people who just grab rebounds, so be it. I'm okay with that. But I'd rather Jalen Brunson shoot the ball than Julius Randle, because Julius Randle just, oh, man. He's not like Jalen Brunson at all. And he shoots the ball too damn much to be not like Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. The only thing is, Julius Randle is like, he's not the most efficient. Like, he's a volume scorer.
Yeah.
Like, he got to take a lot of shots to score a lot of points.
He's a good player, but any other team, you take him out the spotlight of New York, we would never speak on him again. We would not.
That's true.
Nah.
I think
It's
this
crazy.
is
He
going to
went from
be
one big
very
city to another big city.
Yeah. And he was trash in one of those cities, and he's still trash, but it's just a little low key right now. It's a little low key. They still
Wasn't that trash on the Lakers?
He was young.
Young.
He was
young. Hey, if Kobe had respect for him, you gotta have respect for him.
well, it is gonna be the year Julius Randle gonna have to show me something. Right?
Nah, for real. Julius Randle that's about to show me something.
Yeah, Mr. Chuck shit.
I just think he hasn't gotten really a super fair chance in the playoffs. I know everyone speaks on that with him, but his first year in the playoffs, like, we were just then breaking into the playoffs, and like we really didn't have a great team yet. Derrick Rose was the second option, so that was not a great team to really have success. And yes, that was when he actually had to shoot 25 times a game, and it did not go well. But the second time he was hurt, I'm pretty sure. He was hurt at least most of the time in the playoffs. So I don't think we've gotten to really see his true potential with the Knicks in the playoffs yet. So hopefully, we can roll on into the second or third seed again, and we can see all that in action.
Yeah. Let's talk about Chris Paul. What's your guys' thoughts on Chris Paul going to the Spurs now? I got something to say about Chris Paul. The man is the new Mr. Rainbow in the NBA, like that used to be. I mean, look, these are all the teams the man has played for now. He played for the Hornets, the Clippers, the Rockets, the Thunder, the Suns, the Warriors, now the Spurs. The man has been a global sensation, basically. Been everywhere.
Hey, you could say whatever you want about Chris Paul. He's not clutch. You can't make it past the second round, whatever. But there's one thing that Chris Paul is, well, two things. Chris Paul. He's good at passing the ball, and he's good at developing young talent. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He is wonderful. And I think that might be one of the best things for Wemby. Wemby's already amazing. But I think playing with a actual point guard, because last year they had nobody. They had Jeremy Sochan running the point guard. That's just not it.
Oh, God.
Playing with an actual point guard, veteran point guard who knows damn near everything about the game, I think that would make him just absolutely flourish. I think you might see, I'm not sure what he averaged, but I can see him averaging like 25 this year with Chris Paul.
Oh, I thought you meant Chris Paul averaging 20.
No. Wemby.
I was about to be like, hold on.
Okay.
Wemby. I can see Wemby averaging 25 with Chris Paul.
I'm about to say Chris Paul turned the clock.
I was like, why the hell y'all looking at me crazy like that?
Scare me for
No, definitely not Chris Paul. I see Chris Paul averaging like 11.
Give him 11 and 5.
I like that though, Fred, because that is somebody. Chris Paul, one of the greatest point guards of all time. You're gonna gain a lot of wisdom if you're Victor playing alongside an all-time great like that. So I think Chris Paul could be a good mentor for him out in San Antonio. I think the pick and roll game and Greg Popovich's offense, that's going to be lethal. You might see this. I mean, Chris Paul older now, but it might be a little glimpse of Lob City again out in San Antonio, because you going to see a lot of highlight plays like that. But
Probably.
Yeah, that was my prediction for Chris Paul. I either thought Chris Paul was going to do it, go play with him, or James Harden if he didn't sign back with the Clippers. But they went ahead and went.
That was good too. I like that.
For the Spurs' sake, I'm happy it was Chris Paul. Just because obviously we know the Spurs not ready to win right now. But even with the young guys that they have, like Stephen Castle, it's going to be great for him to play under Chris Paul too. The other young talent that they have there, kind of, be under Chris Paul's IQ. Because, I mean, we joke about him now. I make fun of Chris Paul, all of that. But let's be real, bro. Chris Paul in his prime was probably the best point guard, like best point guard. One of the best point guards I've ever seen, bro. Especially when we speaking in the category of true point guards. Like Chris Paul, for sure, in his prime, one of the best point guards I've ever witnessed. So, it's going to be good for him to pass that IQ on to Wemby and Stephen Castle and all others.
Yeah, I definitely think the team's gonna make a drastic increase because they had nobody running the offense last year.
Yeah.
They had nobody to run the offense, and now they have one of the best floor generals ever running the offense. I mean, obviously he's in the later time of his career, but he's still one of the best floor generals ever. The IQ don't go nowhere; it just gets better. So,
Facts.
Yeah. What you think, Rob? You think that's a good pickup for them?
Yeah, I mean, based on what you guys are saying and, like what I've seen from Chris Paul, on his Clippers years, even on a little bit on the Rockets, he's definitely a great pickup for a team like the Spurs rebuilding that kind of needs some direction, which they finally got last year with Wemby, although it didn't show up in the win column yet. I think it will eventually. Wemby just needs some more help around him, and Chris Paul is like a step in the right direction. Obviously, he can kind of just coach him up on like how it is, getting past, the playoffs and whatever. Obviously, he didn't have much success himself, but all in all, he's a good player, and I think it's a great fit for San Antonio and
hey,
Wemby.
Chris Paul could have won a championship if it wasn't for that pesky quad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Could have won a championship.
Won a championship.
yeah.
I don't.
Nah, I'm joking. Nah, I'm joking.
Okay. All right.
Giannis was too much that year. Giannis was way too much.
I'm like, I don't know.
Giannis too much. I mean, injuries have just plagued him, especially in the playoffs. Injuries have just destroyed his playoff career.
Every time they got close, that boy started to fall apart.
Man, that quad just went up in smokes every time.
That boy was like off chicken. You just drop it down right there, his legs just start falling out.
Man, had that thing steaming.
Also, I seen Donovan Mitchell re-sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers on a 3-year, $150 million deal. What's your guys' thoughts on him staying in the land in Cleveland? Good choice or bad choice for his career moving forward?
And I've seen this whole story before, bro. I don't know why it's so familiar, but y'all ever hear this name, Damian Lillard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that.
I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm seeing the same story over and over again. This is Damian Lillard from 3, 4, 5 years ago that we've seen. Taking the money, even though the team is falling apart, even though the front office is falling apart. Donovan Mitchell, he's in a little bit of a better situation than Damian Lillard was, but either way, him staying in Cleveland is just going to result to him getting put out in the Eastern Conference Finals at best. At best.
That is fact.
Yeah, I didn't see it that way, but now you say it, I can see it. I can see it.
Yes. They
ain't getting past the second round, at least for a while.
No.
There's no way.
I think one more piece added with him and Garland, they should be able to make a splash.
Need to change one of the two, man. You can't have two people that small at the guard position together.
Tiny. They're both tiny.
They're too small.
I mean, Donovan Mitchell played bigger than what he is because I thought he was like 6'5" until I looked it up.
No.
I was like, whoa, he's 6'1"? How in the world?
They're tiny. They can't play a lick of defense.
No, they really can't.
They're screwed. That's why when they were screaming Mitchell to the Knicks, I was like, no. I've seen this movie. I don't want him and Brunson together. That would not work.
Yeah, that
obviously it's working. It's not working in Cleveland. Why would it work in New York having two undersized guards?
Jalen Brunson better than Darius Garland.
Obviously, but he's not exactly a defensive stopper either. I mean,
ain't none of those guys defensive.
He hustles. He tries. He's just smaller.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're 6'1". And
I ain't gonna lie. Brunson more of a bucket. Brunson is much more of a bucket.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, he could steal the ball a little bit, but like that's about it. He's not like clamping nobody up.
Yeah, Darius Garland's. If he was producing on the offensive end like Brunson with Cleveland, then we would probably see a different story between him and Donovan Mitchell over there. But above all, bro, they just don't have what's needed right now, and I think Cavs just gonna be stuck in this middle ground for a good period of time. They're not gonna be bad, but they also not gonna be enough to get over the hump. So
yeah,
hey, they gonna.
It's weird because they got like a a too small, too big lineup is weird. Like,
Yeah,
you look at the front court. You look at the front court duo. It's pretty.
good. They go
Front
from
court's
6
huge.
foot to 7 foot, nothing in between. It's weird.
Yeah, it just doesn't work out for spacing.
and I think
It's really odd.
wings too. I would say Cavs need a few more wings outside of Donovan Mitchell and
They have Karis LeVert.
yep, Karis LeVert. He's got to continue to develop, man. Karis LeVert,
He's a little inconsistent.
yeah, and I know he's dealing with the injury, but like it's been inconsistent ever since he came back. And then Max Strus, he did his thing leaving Miami, going there, and that helps them out a lot. But
I forgot about him.
they just need more, man. They need more pieces, and I think you hit it right on the nail. Just the guard play. You need somebody else outside of Darius Garland to help out Donovan Mitchell. At least somebody who's gonna play defense. Then
Yeah, it's just not going to work ever. Just not.
Yeah, I feel the. Oh, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just feel in a way how he re-signed, like Manny hit it right on the head with that. Like, I just feel like he could have went to a bigger market team. I mean, he's been playing with the Jazz and the Cavs for a minute now. I feel like he would have been a better fit with like a team like, if Pat Riley would pick up the phone and try to get better, it'd be a good fit with the Miami Heat playing alongside Jimmy and Bam.
Yeah, that would be better.
Or way better fit.
That would be
So I feel like
they say your boy Pat Riley tried to DeRozan though.
See, I like him, but we gotta. If you want to compete with these big boys in the East, Terry Rozier ain't gonna cut it
At all.
or keep him believing in Tyler Hero to be that guy ain't gonna do it either.
Hey, Tyler Hero has been around there far too long and did not prove to anybody that he's as good as we thought he would be. I think he kind of hit that window of his peak. He's a great player, great shooter, can score the ball a little bit, but it's time to have that conversation of where he's going to be shipped out to if the Miami Heat really want to win a ring.
And we went all the way to the finals without him really there like a year ago. Like he was hurt like after the first or second game in the first round. So he wouldn't be missed that much if we traded him out to get better. So I don't know what Pat Riley's hanging on to him for.
Crazy.
Who knows?
But we're gonna move on here and talk about something that happened last week in the NBA draft. Bronny James got drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to see the first ever father and son duo in NBA history now that he's with the Lakers and LeBron James. So what's your guys' thoughts on Bronny James getting drafted to the Lakers?
Beautiful.
I mean,
Beautiful from a family perspective, a father, son. And this is amazing. I don't know what anybody like asks for in terms of like, having an experience with your dad or your son, like, being able to play NBA. Like that's crazy. However, the Lakers are a goddamn joke. They are a joke. Trying to not make the Lakers a better team at all. Like, this is a joke. And then they hired JJ Redick, a guy with no coaching experience, which is also another move that just makes them look like a joke. So when the season starts, if Bronny's not getting clocked, or if he is getting clocked, everybody's going to look at JJ Redick like, dude, what are you doing? They're going to be like, why are you playing Bronny? If Bronny's not playing, they're going to be like, why aren't you playing Bronny? It's going to be so much controversy going on in LA. And, man, yeah, they're a joke. They're a joke. It's a beautiful thing to see father and son play together. But, no, it's about to be a joke. It's not a win move.
mm-mm.
I agree with that.
I mean, I can say the same thing Manny would say. If I was in LeBron's role, you damn crazy you think I'm not drafting my son. Get the hell out of here.
Patch.
You crazy as hell. I'm not drafting my son. Y'all can go eat whatever y'all want to. I'm drafting my son. Whether it's a smart move as an organization, I guess only time will tell. I don't believe so. He's undersized. I don't think he can play defense as well as they say he can. He can shoot the ball pretty well. Good vision, but after that, there's really nothing. I guess we're just have to see how he actually plays in the league. He'll probably play in the summer league, so I guess we'll get a little bit of glimpse of it.
He better play in the summer league.
Oh yeah, he better play. He better play. He ain't got it like that now. Your dad might be Braun, but you can still get cut.
I would be shocked. I would be shocked. I feel like no matter how bad he plays in the summer league, Lakers gonna be like, "Oh, he's okay. He's just developing." He's developing.
Yeah, he averaged 2.3 points a game on 26% shooting.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I know there's been some gems in the draft that didn't average a lot of points in college, but this is not one of them. This is not.
I also do give Bronny a little bit, like, because he did come off of heart surgery. He was out of basketball for like 9-10 months and then came back. So I do kind of give him a little leeway in his first year back. It's kind of dude had a heart transplant. That's a lot.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Nah, to hell with all of that. To hell with all of that, bro. Bronny got minutes when he was at USC. He did
get them minutes. I will say he
there. And he should have put up more than 2 points in the game, bro. I know some people right now. You give them a shot at USC, they can go hoop and they'll put up more than 5 points a game, bro. They'll go.
Those people could do that after having heart surgery.
You give them 6 months to really lock in and just hone down on their skill. I guarantee you.
You don't get to hone in on your skills. You have to recover after heart surgery,
bro. It wasn't like he had to recover, and then the next day he was in the game. He had time.
I mean, he still had to recover.
All season. He had all season, and he still ain't do nothing better. All season. No, I can't let that be no excuse. It is crazy. It is crazy. I am, happy for him able to play after heart surgery. So I don't want to discredit that, but he had his didn't do nothing with it during the he got at USC. After you have plenty of time to work on the, but that's
Nah, I got a quick question about that. Well, not the heart thing, because I know he was recovering from that. All right. You remove LeBron, you remove the last name from Bronny. Say he's not LeBron James' son. I'm looking at Boogie Ellis, who was he was on the Trojans as their guard last year at USC. USC. He averaged 16 points per game compared to Bronny James' 5 points per game. And Boogie Ellis was not drafted in the NBA draft. That goes to show connections is something. Your last name is something. Who you know is something. Because Bronny James should not have been drafted at all. Either round 1 or round 2.
Ain't no way he should have been drafted, bro. And this is just proof. The Lakers have been moving real weird. When they hired J.J. Redick and when they drafted Bronny, both of these things are proof. It ain't about how good you are all the time. It's just about who you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't get more evident than that because J.J. Redick should not be head coach especially of a team like the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
We talk about one of the most winningest franchises in the NBA ever. This is a prestige franchise, and he's a head coach of them with no experience? Hell no. That's like saying, all right, hey, you're about to be the CEO of Tesla, even though you ain't never did anything. You ain't never ran no company, nothing. But because you know Elon, you're going to be the CEO. Cool. Good luck.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the statement that JJ put out saying that LeBron had no effect on him drafting Bronny?
Cap.
Bullshit.
I'm sick of
LeBron had effect on your job, sir. What are you talking about?
That's what I was about to say, Fred, because that's what I said on Manny's podcast a few weeks ago. Having that Lakers job, it takes a lot of responsibility. And they pulling moves like y'all see my poster. They acting like they Dallas right now in LA.
They really are.
You cannot give JJ Redick that job. The man was just an ESPN analyst talking about basketball. Like we are talking about basketball. You just give him his first job out in LA out of all places. He basically interviewing for the job with LeBron on their podcast. And then you hire Bronny James to get more hype, more excitement towards that LA team. I'm not buying what they're doing right now.
I'm not buying it at all, bro. It's ridiculous, and I'm sick. I'm jokingly serious when I say this. I'm sick of LeBron and all his lies. Y'all know how they be saying LeBron be capping. He's spreading that around that whole Lakers organization because now that's capping. Now it's Bronny that's capping. This is all LeBron. He kept is getting out of control because it's going to other people now.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the thing is, that's why, I mean, it's cool to think about the father and son duo, but in terms of how Bronny develops, it should not have to be on LeBron James pushing to get minutes from JJ Redick to force him out on the court. His development should all be on himself, because you got yourself in this position because your father. But you got to go out there. He can't play for you, can't shoot for you. He can't control the ball in your hands when you're out in the court. Or, hell, if he even steps up to that position later on in the season, be out there in clutch moments. Because you know, if you ain't hitting clutch shots with LeBron James, he's chewing you out the minute he gets. Or he's putting you on the back burner as an excuse. But I do hope he does develop, and I do hope the best for him. Maybe it can work out, but I don't know. Maybe. I'm just saying maybe. If he don't develop, he's going to be like Giannis's brother. Just a spot on the team, getting garbage minutes.
Hey, now y'all can't be mad at LeBron because Giannis been doing this for years.
I know, that's what I said.
Giannis been doing this for years. But then again, I also think about, like, the players that play with LeBron. Like, obviously he's your teammate, but you kind of look at him like your boss almost, because if you fuck up, that motherfucker will get you shipped out.
Oh, yes.
He getting you sent to Charlotte. It don't matter.
So, like,
he's sending you to Charlotte.
Yeah, he's out of here. So, like, have you guys seen the thing where, like, all of LeBron's teammates just kind of, like, play worse when they come and play with him? Like, do you think that runs through people's minds when they come and play with LeBron? Like, I gotta, play well, or they want to put me out?
Yo, that is kind of true.
They probably lock in and they go play with LeBron. They're like, all right, let me tighten up before he get my ass back to Houston.
Right. They just be in their own head the whole time they playing basketball. Like, I got to get this right. LeBron traded me.
Man.
It's a layups.
Yeah, he's facing, like, yeah, it's Brian. Too much. This league, too much for the league. Not kind of what we seen Jordan had that pool. We seen Kobe had that same type of pool.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally said, like, multiple episodes that Bronny wasn't ready. And he really should be at USC right now, still in his damn dorm room. But he is in LA now. So, yeah, I mean, they're just going to have to roll with it. Even though they drafted him, I still thought he should have went to the G League. He did not. He's on the roster. So that was very confusing to me. I think he's going to get bullied. I don't think he's going to stand a chance in the modern day NBA as it stands right now. I don't think he'll develop into a role player for about 4 years at least. I think it's going to take him a little bit of time, a while. I mean, how old is he?
That's what I'm about to look.
19?
That's what I was looking up right now. So he's 19 years old. He'll be 20 by the start of the season. But let's look at his weight, because that's exactly what. So he's 210 right now. He'll be 20.
He's too young.
6'2".
He doesn't weigh enough.
Wait. How much does he weigh?
He's 210 right now.
How tall is he?
That's cap. He got to be cap.
What? 210?
How tall is he?
Damn.
I see 195, 190.
He 210. That's pretty big for 6'2". I mean, that's I don't know, man. But hey, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think he's
210.
That's
a good bit of muscle right there.
Time somebody see him, they making that same face every time they see him. They're like, bro, get this little man off of me. They making that same. Get this little man off of me, bro. They're killing him every time. Every time. He's about to get ate up and be hysterical. I can't wait until Twitter gets a hold of this, because Twitter just be clowning. They have no remorse for anybody. So I can't wait. It's gonna be funny to watch though. But I will be surprised if he has, like, somewhat of a decent year.
Yeah, And that's the thing. Also, I'm thinking like, because what's LeBron's other son that play right now?
Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce
Now,
James. Yeah, yeah.
Bryce is a bucket. And he a
I
big
think
boy
he's gonna
too.
be good. Actually, I think.
baller and everything.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't think he'll team up with the other son. I don't think he'll be around. But LeBron, that's the thing with Bronny James. It's like, what do you do with him once LeBron really only has like two years left, if that. So it's like, what do you do with him once LeBron is gone?
Probably bounce around. I can see it.
They sending his behind to the G League where Bronny should have been already, or he's not gonna be with the Lakers once Bron is done. Once Bron leaves LA, best believe Bronny is getting shipped to Houston. He's getting shipped to Charlotte. He's getting shipped somewhere because they're not gonna want to keep that trash around. They're gonna be like, all right, thank you, LeBron. Appreciate you for hanging him out with us in LA. Bronny, here, bro, take your son with you, bro. Go ahead and get out of here. We don't want you no more. Because Bronny's not, he's not skilled.
And then I find it funny that throughout this whole time, even though he was a second round pick, like I remember like he was supposed to be better than what he was last year at college. But I remember like LeBron was basically threatening teams like, hey, I will come play for you, Orlando. I will come play for you, Houston, if you draft my son. Nobody even drafted his son other than the Lakers.
So that was also, this is why I say this is LeBron's fault. This is all LeBron's fault, bro, because LeBron be capping and it's gotten out of control. Second round, it was reports that CEO of Clutch Points or Clutch Sports, what's the agent name? Remind me of the agent name.
You said from Clutch Sports?
Rich Paul. Yep, Clutch Sports.
Rich Paul. Yeah.
Paul was calling teams, telling them, don't draft Bronny or he's going to Australia. So every team was up on Bronny Jr. because Rich Paul is on the phone telling people, don't draft Bronny or he's going to Australia. And this came from your guy, Bob Myers. Bob Myers got the report, and this info leaked from him. So I'm like, bro, this is crazy. This is just toxic. And this is why I say this is LeBron James' fault, bro. All these lies just getting out of control. So they was telling teams he going to Australia specifically so they could pick him all the way at the bottom of the second round, which is just crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Toxic, man. That's toxic. I ain't never seen no player have that much pull. That's just crazy.
We never seen a player like Braun either.
I have not. It's insane though.
Game. Come with the game.
That is crazy, the leeway he's gotten.
Hey,
but
I mean, if y'all had mind control over Debo, like LeBron got mind control over Debo, wouldn't y'all do the same?
I would. But it comes at a certain point. You got to chill out. Yo. Like I remember last year, he took the clip from Darwin Ham and said, "No, this." He said, "No, this is what we running. This is what we running." And literally, like they ran the play that he put down on the clipboard because that's what he
crazy.
was.
That's crazy.
So, at that point, that's why I'm like, oh yeah, Lakers get him up out of here.
Bro, if I'm the coach, what would y'all have done if y'all were Darwin Ham in that situation though? Like you
Hey,
just
bro, get your ass back down, man. Come on, man.
Hell yeah.
Fall in line.
I'd have snatched that bitch right back out of his goddamn hand. Because, I mean, I already knew my job was up when he snatched it out my hand. So, I might as well go out with a bang.
We would have been on ESPN the next morning talking. They would have been clowning me and him because there ain't no way I'm letting that happen. If I'm the coach, you going to snatch my clear. Hell no. Hell no. We would have been on ESPN. And they would have been talking about how toxic is the Lakers.
Yeah, we'd have been on TMZ.
Yeah. I'm not happy. Ain't no way I'm allowing that to go down. It's not happening.
That's facts. So let's move on here. I got a question about Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns. So there were some reports that Kevin Durant could be traded this summer.
Come home.
Phoenix. So do you guys think that the Phoenix Suns should trade away Kevin Durant?
Come home.
They'll say come home.
Yeah, man. They don't. Oh, I just got a random report. Warriors want to hire coaches. Wow, crazy. Anyway, all right, that's a side note, but let me stay focused here. I seen that because I thought of you. Anyway, no, man, they don't need to trade Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, he's solid the way he is. He's solid where he is over in Phoenix. In Phoenix, it's just evident, bro. They don't have enough. Trading Kevin Durant is not really going to turn that franchise around. You can't with just Devin Booker and some gold pieces. They traded away all their damn draft picks to get KD and Bradley Beal there, so they might as well ride it out, stick with it, and try and just lure some other pieces over to Phoenix, because right now, it's without a doubt, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal have enough offensive power. The question is, can they stay healthy come postseason? And then what other pieces is going to be around them that's going to step up and really help them thrive late in the postseason?
Yeah.
So as of right now, that answer has been nobody. I mean, Kevin Durant was, I mean, he did KD type things, but I think it's just a lot of dysfunction going on in Phoenix right now, starting with the front office and then head coach and just further down. So
That's another team that needs somebody to run the offense. Like,
yeah, they need somebody
because Devin Booker can't do it.
Offense, because you got a guard run offense, and it's not, or a shooting guard, somebody who is kind of a off-ball, just freestyle type of ISO shooting guard running the one right now, and that's not it. That's not it. It's a temporary fill for a void that needs to be filled.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, go ahead, Fred. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, like Manny said, yeah. The only reason I would trade Kevin Durant is because you see it's not working. You see that there's too much ISO basketball going on over there. It's one pass, somebody tries to get a bucket. One pass, maybe two passes, and then somebody going ISO pull up jumper.
No,
that's facts.
Ain't action.
I mean, that's kind of all they're getting. Like all their Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant are all just like kind of one pull up jumper type of guys. That's not going to work, especially in the playoffs. It's really not going to work in the playoffs
at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's anyone you get rid of, it's Bradley Beal. I don't think it's Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I really don't think it's Kevin Durant. Bradley Beal can't play defense, and Bradley Beal is getting paid way too much money for what he is.
Entirely too much.
Wizards gave him the most, like, one of the dumbest contracts I've ever seen.
Well, it ain't that dumb because they gave him that contract and shipped him off. Somebody else got paid.
That is great.
I thought it was, I don't know, man. I when they signed him for that money, I just knew that shit was not going to work.
Yeah.
And you know, I think he's overrated. I mean, he was really good, like, in his younger days, but, like, you know, I think at this point in his career, he's kind of overrated for what he actually is. I mean, I don't think he's quite the piece to be there. I think they should ship him out and get somebody that can play better defense and, you know, leave the scoring to Devin Booker and KD. You know,
I don't think that Bradley Beal's on, like, he's not what he used to be, but I just don't think he's used to being a number 3.
No, he's
a weird
he needs
spot.
to shoot the ball more.
He's in a dysfunctional system right now.
That is true as well.
He's in a completely dysfunctional system. I still think Bradley Beal can be a bucket. I think he is a bucket. Obviously, he's not the player that he once was in his early days at Washington, but, like, you're not even putting him in a situation to thrive. And that's where the Phoenix Suns are messing up. They're literally telling him, hey, go out there and play basketball. Like, they're not putting him in a situation where he can thrive. I'm like, in big trades where we see them start merge with other guys, we've seen them get put in a situation where they can thrive. Like, for example, using the Warriors and KD. They got KD, and they made sure that KD was a good fit for how they were going to run offense. And then they eventually started to organize offense around KD to make sure they could get the best usage out of it. Kyrie Irving going to Dallas. Started off rough a little bit, a lot of questionable things, but eventually we seen them tweak the offense in a way where they could get the best usage out of Kyrie Irving. The list goes on and on. Bron in Miami, Bron in Cleveland, all AD in LA, like all the list goes down, down, and down. But above all, Phoenix is not setting any of their guys up, KD or Devin Booker, to get the best usage out of the system that they're playing in. And that's why we're saying, oh, Bradley Beal is like on a decline. He's not the guy he wants to live up to because they're not helping him out.
No. And I also think it comes with players being selfless.
That too.
I think it's players needing to be able to share the rock. I I mean, that's what you can attribute to the Warriors. I mean, we were talking when you brought it up. I mean, like, everybody was willing to pass. Nobody really thought it was just like me, my team. I'm gonna go get a bucket. I want to win the game. I
Yeah.
mean, that's why a lot of these super teams really don't work, is because they have all these superstars who have used to being, oh, I'm gonna take this last bucket, try to win my team the game, and everybody else standing around because they don't know they don't know what to do. They've never been in a situation where they would just stand on the sideline or just stand in the wing waiting for the pass.
Everybody don't know how to still be effective without scoring the ball. And that's where that issue comes in, because so many people are like, oh, like, I still got to shoot. Or if they're not shooting the ball, they just standing there. And it's like, you can still go grab a board. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go somebody out. You
You can go set a screen.
I'm saying you could go set a screen.
It's not going to hurt.
Like, it's other things you can do outside of just, keeping the ball in your hands and trying to throw up an ISO bucket. Yeah. But a lot of guys aren't selfless like that. And, that's why we see some of these big threes not working.
Mm-hmm. I think Bradley Beal might be a case of that, too. I think Bradley Beal thinks if he don't get 15, 20 points, that he's not helping the team out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. They need somebody to really organize that offense. It should be the head coach. Also, they need some players on that team that's gonna help them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I hate to be the one to say it. Bradley Beal should go if they traded anybody out of three.
Who wants that contract?
Huh?
Who wants that contract?
Nobody. They might as well cut him.
So the only person who has actual value, because they're not trading Devin Booker, so the only person who has actual value is Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying they should trade Kevin Durant. But if I'm them, if I'm Phoenix, I might as well hit the red button. I'm trading all three of them because, like, realistically, you want to have a chance to win a championship, but like, they might as well just do it while you can now because they have no future first-round picks. While y'all were talking, I looked it up. Their next first-round pick is in 2031. So you have no future first-round picks.
Oh,
You're in the middle of the pack in terms of cap space. You can't. What can you really trade away besides those three to get better? So if you keep this roster of them big three, you have to run all three of them into the ground again, have to give them at least 33 to 40-plus minutes to play in playoff games. You're not hanging around in the West with the best teams like the Nuggets, the Mavericks, the Thunder. All these teams out in the West are going to get better. They might as well do it now. And I think it would be best for them to do it maybe by the trade deadline because Kevin Durant will be 36 by the start of the season. So while his name's got value, I can still get buckets. I would trade him. Devin Booker, I know been your franchise guy for a while, but Bradley Beal, if you ain't gonna get none, just cut him. That contract ain't worth a headache to anybody.
You are absolutely right.
Excuse me, you forgot to say Warriors when you mentioned the best teams in the West.
Cricket.
Cricket. That was a wild statement.
Damn.
That's all. Fred.
Sorry, my heart.
It's all right.
Heart hurt. My
It's
heart
over, Fred. It's over.
My heart hurts. Shit.
It's over.
Hey, Fred sounded like that one guy at the club that was still looking for another shot when they shut down 10 minutes.
To the club with the lights on. But no, Thomas, I think you're 100% right, bro. Hit the red button. Just blow it up. Let's just wrap it up. They now about to win no championship, and you're about to really be at a bad point where none of your stars have trade value besides Devin Booker. Right now, luckily, KD still got some trade value. You could get him going if you really wanted to. You could probably get some good pieces in return. Bradley Beal, we've said nobody is taking that contract. You're going to have to take that to the end. Because I don't think anybody is going to want Bradley Beal. Even if you did try and package him and KD, I doubt you get anything good in return for Bradley Beal with the market right now. And then Devin Booker, he is the guy he's been developing on your team. He's the one guy you want to keep. But, I mean, truth be told, soon anyway, if you do blow this thing up. So it is time to start looking in another direction. Sure, man. Just go ahead, hit the blow up button, and then just start scouting out talent, trying to put together some teams, tank a couple of years, and then go ahead and be like the Warriors. be one of the worst in the West.
See, you had to put that last little comment in there. That's crazy.
But like, I just
I
feel
could say something about Cade, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Hey,
I'm gonna let him shoot 35 shots and get 30 points a game. All right, that's what I'm.
He had to. If Cade didn't take all them shots, nobody else was gonna take them shots.
Yeah, Fred. I mean, at that team, like you just gotta let him do what he wants.
there's
You ain't doing
no
shit
bench
out there.
Bro,
Just let him. It's like practice.
Monty Williams had the worst coach. I'm convinced he was trying to get fired. That's what it had to be, bro.
You gotta respect Monty Williams. He might have been a terrible coach, but that brother's getting paid by like 2 different teams.
I knew he went to Detroit for a reason. You know, they be saying they be scamming out Detroit. Monty, he knew what was. He knew what was paid.
Do y'all still have to pay him?
Yeah,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. They paying him good money.
They paid. We ought to be paying Monty for the next 4 years.
I was about to say that wasn't that like a 6-7 year contract.
It was like 5-year deal, I believe it was.
Yup, giving head boy good money too.
But it's all good though. It's all good. We know.
I think he's somebody getting paid by the Suns too. I think he got like a year left on his Suns deal.
I think you're right. I'm pretty sure I seen another report on that too.
Yep.
Hey man, he know what he doing.
Robbery.
He know what he doing. That man about to have 4 vacation years and still not miss a single check.
Nope.
He know what he doing. Green right now.
Yeah.
He playing a long game. That's what he doing.
And that's another thing with the Suns. You tried 2 coaches with this team, so what else can you really do? There's gonna be nobody that can save you, no players, because you can't sign nobody, you can't trade for nobody. The fact that a first round pick, your next one is in 2031 is pretty wild though. That means you got no young stars to save the day, and their next draft pick is a 2028 second round pick. So like.
They don't have any draft picks for the 28th?
Nope. They traded them all the way to get KD and Bradley Beal in them. Yeah,
that is crippling for your organization.
That's sickening, man.
Yeah, this is really bad.
At least the Pistons ain't do that stupid stuff.
See, your team trade away all your draft picks and y'all still suck.
Think of any team, any fan out there of any team, at least your team didn't do that stupid shit. Because that is.
I'm gonna read before we talk about the last thing. I'm gonna read y'all exactly how all the draft picks have been finessed and went to other teams. All right, 24 all went to the Wizards. Everything they own in 25 goes to the Nets and Wizards. 26 goes to either the Wizards, Magic, or Grizzlies. 26 Wizards, 27 Brooklyn, 27 Wizards. Everything they own up until 2031 is given to other teams. Because of those trades, it's either going to Brooklyn, going to the Wizards, or somebody that was involved in that big 3-way trade a few years ago.
Oh, man.
So that's said, red button now or never, or y'all just gonna suffer just letting them sit there and get nothing for them.
I will say, they took a long shot. They tried to hit it home, and they whiffed. They tried to send it out the park. Kudos to them for being all in. Damn it, there is a way that you go all in. you cannot go all in and just
try to hit it out the park, got a pop fly.
Man,
nah, you didn't even touch the ball. You swung like you getting a slider in the other batter's box in the show.
Oh,
my
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I respect it going all out, but you got to be smart when you go all out. That just wasn't smart. Getting rid of everybody, that just wasn't smart. Oh.
Nope.
Got
rid of your whole bench. Got rid of all your draft picks.
Yo, like literally looking at this draft board for them is really sad. Like everything else says another franchise's name until 2031, bro. That's 7 years down the drain of nothing to look forward to.
They finally can pick somebody in the first round. Yeah, bro, they gonna have a tough time. They're going to have a tough time real soon. And it seems like it was a move out of desperation. You never want to move from desperation at all. no matter what you're trying to do, no matter what team you're trying to build or what you're trying to achieve. And I get they were trying to win a championship, but that was a desperation move. That was on like, oh, we on the brink of bankruptcy. We need to sell tickets type of move. That wasn't it.
The thing is, like they were this close to winning the championship.
Without
they made a couple moves.
The three of them, they were
and then just went straight downhill.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton, Chris Paul, and Booker were closer to winning a championship than Beal, KD, and Booker and Beal. That's pretty crazy to think about, though.
Yeah.
Like 2 games away with that big three compared to what they got now.
Yeah, because it fit better.
Yeah,
it did fit.
It was a better fit for that 3. This 3, they all want to do the same thing, shoot a lot. So, yeah, that doesn't work out.
That's facts.
You only got one basketball.
Everyone wants to be the alpha. You can't all be the alpha. That's not how this works. It's a team game. So, no. Red button.
It could
like
work, though, if they just took turns, though, at least. But
no, ain't no
then
ain't no taking turns. Come on, bro. Ain't no taking turns. You know what this is. They're trying
taking
to get
turns is crazy.
They're trying to feed their families.
Taking turns.
They're trying to score and do what they do.
They can. Shit.
Hey, one night is my night. Next night is your night, you know?
Hey, man, you shot the ball last time. Give it to me.
Hey, that sounds like the game plan they've been rolling with.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Devin, you got the 20 shots. Pass it.
That's crazy.
But one more player we're going to talk about tonight that I think could be traded in the near future. Do you guys believe that the Atlanta Hawks should trade Trae Young?
Yes.
You think so, Rob?
I don't even have to hesitate. Yes. I might be a little biased, but no, he's not good. He can score, he can pass, he's built like a damn crackhead. He has no mass.
Damn.
Dude, like he's trash. Like I don't think he's good at all. Like he's not efficient, I just don't think he's the recipe for a winning team, or at least a part of a recipe. Like, yeah, he can shoot from 45 feet away, whatever. So what?
Barely.
Yeah, like at this point, like, he was better a couple years ago than he is now. But like,
bro,
yeah, I don't think he's. Yeah, I think he should be.
Agree with you. I 1,000% agree with you. In that Hawks, it's not it at all. Like that, he got to go. He's got to get out of there. I don't know who the hell the Hawks just drafted either. They just wasted a first round pick when they could have used it as leverage in the Trae Young deal. So they that's the only team in the East that's moving even more distance as of lately. So I'm actually kind of proud to say that. But the Hawks, man, they need to go ahead and blow that up. Trae Young, he's not going to get it done by himself. And in that element of having less talent than him around, like he needs more talent. He needs to be in a better situation if he's going to get the best of his game. Going to play with Wemby could have been very good for him. To play with a guy, who's 7'3", whatever tall, however tall Wemby is, but he'd have been able to play in a better situation than Atlanta versus where, like in Atlanta, he's got to do all the heavy lifting by himself. And the guy's barely 6 foot. So it's only so much heavy lifting that he can do. And like, he can get a bucket and all, but at the end of the day, he's still going to be a defensive liability. He's still going to, he's not going to be able to guard 125. His scoring is going to be limited if he's doubled. Like, he's a bucket, but only guy under 6'4", 6'5" that I've ever seen really switch an organization and take them to the finals and win is Steph Curry. He knew exactly where I was going. I mean, Steph Curry's the only one I've seen, bro, that did all the heavy lifting by himself. But Iverson didn't get the job done. But he's another example of the very few people under like 6'3" that was able to do heavy lifting. Trae Young ain't Allen Iverson.
It's gonna be Brunson soon. Mark my words, man.
He already did. Hold on now. He
already did. He already did basically show it. I mean, he had the most points by far in the playoffs this year. So, I mean,
I ain't gonna switch Brunson and Trae Young. The Knicks are still a good team.
Yeah.
The Knicks
yeah.
still shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with that.
Boy, you said, man, you said
You switch Jalen Brunson and Trae Young. Jalen Brunson is still going to average his 30, but the Atlanta Hawks is still going to be a trash team. And Knicks is still going to be all right. Knicks is still going to be all right. They're going to get to the second round and do what they do. But it's just depending on where the team is. Right now, Atlanta is not it at all for Trae. Almost derailing his value in the league because the organization is not doing right by him. But, I mean, even I would hate if it happened, but sending Trae Young to L.A. would, like, help his career because he can play with Bron and, like, there's some other pieces around him. As a point guard, you're only going to be as good as the rest of the guys that you have around him for most point guards, for typical point guards. Like, you're only going to be as good as the pieces around you. Like, get your buckets, get your points, but at the end of the day, like, you're a point guard and you're at that position for a reason, mainly because of your height, and you just can't do all the heavy, unfortunately.
yeah, that's facts.
Yeah. I agree. I think that they got to do something with Trae Young. Either put something around him, which, I mean, I don't believe in the guy they drafted first round pick. I don't even know the dude's name. I can't even lie to you.
Draft was this year.
You know what Bleacher Report said his pro comp was?
Who?
Harrison Barnes.
Gross. That's disgusting.
So they drafted Harrison Barnes. They drafted Harrison Barnes at number 1.
First pick. Don't forget that the first pick.
Not just the first round, the first one. The first one off the board.
I think this draft class, I don't know if anybody's going to be a standout because
they should at least drafted the guy the Wizards got.
No, Alex Sarr said he wants to play for the Hawks.
He said he ain't want to play for them. But you know what?
Well, he said
he said that.
Brian Howard, that's a bucket. I take it. I take it. You could have found a better bucket than Riz. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. That's the deal.
Hey, I don't know
you could have found.
He an unlockable player right now until we find out his name.
Oh man.
But yeah, back to Trae Young. I feel there's only one person in the league who plays worse defense than Luka Doncic, and that is Trae Young.
Yes.
Yeah, he is so bad.
I mean, obviously his height, he couldn't do much, but I mean, he doesn't even try really. So
effort.
There's people that are his size or like, I mean, maybe a little bigger, maybe a little shorter.
Not only is he like short, but he's also like real skinny too. He kind of got
like rail thin, and he's like 6 foot.
He's also not really athletic.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
Fred, you would probably body him. Like he's kind of...
If Kyrie can give effort on the defensive end and guard people that's bigger and smaller than him, then Trae Young can give some sort of effort on the defensive end, bro.
Yeah.
Like, effort. Even Luka, when we seen Luka give effort on the defensive end, it's like, okay, like he gotta stop. Okay, all right, cool. But it's just he don't give effort often. Trae Young, he don't give effort often, and he's only 6 foot.
No.
So it makes it so much worse.
If that, he might not even be 6 foot.
Probably not. I honestly think he like 5'10", bro.
Yeah. He might be.
Hey, the hair makes him 6 foot. He's looking like a what's that little brown characters from Mario?
A Goomba?
Yeah, that's what he reminds me of. His face every time I see him in the little curly hair.
It reminds me of like a Tootsie Pop if you like dropped it on the carpet.
Yo, the meme where they have the lollipop with the hair stuck to it, yo, that shit is hilarious.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Hilarious.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
At that point, that's disrespectful.
It's true though. Like, what is that? What's he got on his head?
I don't know. That brother already. He need to let it go and just go ahead, go bald. He need to pull the Derek White.
Yeah,
bro, he'd have a mean ass dome piece. If he
so Derek
White.
Derek White got to be that dome piece.
Yeah.
Hey,
worked out.
You know what? Derek White's actually a hooper.
He is a Cooper. He just got paid. So
he's a dog.
He won the championship too after he had went ball.
hey, maybe it's a secret.
I was about to say maybe it's a sign.
It's some aerodynamics. You glide through the air a little bit better, you know. Nothing holds you back on the top.
Yo, the wind just sliding off his smooth head. That's crazy.
All right, let me stop. All right.
Yeah, I feel like they got this is another red button move here, and this is pretty obvious, more obvious than what we just said, because Trae Young, other than his experience, other than that 2021 playoff run where they did get to the Eastern Conference Finals that year, it's pretty forgettable what they did that year. But other than that run, his time in Atlanta has been disappointing. I mean, they're a franchise that is sold on being a play-in tournament team year in and year out, and nothing else more than that. Mm-hmm. And if that's your goal is to be a championship contending team, then you don't got the right players there, and you don't got the right star player there. So that's why I think they should trade Trae Young, and they even did get him Deontay Murray, and they went 55 and 62 together. That backcourt duo did not work. Now he's in Murray's with the Pelicans now, so he's not even in Atlanta anymore. So I feel like you might as well put together a nice little trade package, send Trae Young somewhere else, and maybe I don't think he can lead a team. I think he definitely needs some supervision. His style of play, like y'all said, just shooting is not good enough. I need some defense at least. I need a little bit more than trying to be a knockoff Steph Curry of just hitting 40 foot jumpers. I need more. So I feel like they should trade him, and maybe they can rebuild as well. I thought he could have been traded before the NBA draft since they did get the #1 pick, though.
I thought that was going to be the case, too. And to me, that would have been harder because, I mean, it's a lot of high emotions. It's a lot of different things going on right before the draft. And, I mean, you keep him around another season, his trade value diminish even more. Like we see that with Zach LaVine, like his trade value is not there. Even though Zach LaVine got a crazy contract, it's just like, okay, his value is not the same as it was 3 years ago, like 4 years ago. So like you want to trade him while you can still get something in return from him. I mean, think about the direction that your organization is going in. You're not about to win nothing. Like, come on now. Go ahead, start that rebuilding process. I think that's a big reason why a lot of these teams, like, don't see success sometimes because they wait too long to start the rebuilding process. And, I mean, there's plenty of examples out there, Pistons being one of them, and hopefully the Warriors don't become one of them teams that take too long to start the rebuilding process. But Suns are also in that conversation as we just had where it's like, I mean, hey, where do you really seriously go from here? Like, are you going to win a championship next year? Are you going to compete for a championship next year? No, go ahead, hit the button and start over.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of teams that try to hold on a little too. Sometimes it works though. Sometimes it works. Sometimes these middle of the pack teams can make that one trade or sign that one gem in the rough, and it sends them.
It's rare. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks did it last year, but I think the Dallas Mavericks, they move very strategically, and they have continuously moved very strategically over the course of like the past 3-4 seasons, which is why they were able to, you know, eventually just add one more piece to what they had and then keep rolling. But like some of these teams wait too long. Like even the Bulls, another example, like waited too long. They're waiting too long, and it is rare that some of these teams can get out that middle ground by adding a couple pieces, but you gotta that still take time of making the correct move after correct move after correct move. You gotta, you know, consistently make good moves year after year. But some teams don't be doing that.
The team that did it perfectly was
one more time.
Go.
What was it?
Oh, there's some.
Not regardless. A team that did it perfectly was the Thunder. I mean,
yeah. That's a great example.
They threw everything out the window. He said, "We'll take all your draft picks. I don't care. drafted all these guys, developed them, and now they're one of the best teams in the West.
Absolutely. And now they added Hartenstein. Now it's like, oh, that's that one move that's already like gonna be that cherry on top because they done made the good moves in the previous season.
Yeah. Get Chet out of that center role.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is not no center.
No.
But he about to kill it at the 3 and 4.
Who's guarding him at the 4?
He's gonna be tough at the 4.
About to kill it at the 4.
Mad tough.
Oh yeah. They just got so much length on that team. Length and defense is everywhere on that team.
They got a really deep team. I think they're one of the favorites out of the West now.
Yeah. One question, it's a little off topic. Do you like the whole the draft process? Like I know how the Hawks were, I guess, a play-in tournament team, but they somehow got the first overall pick. Like, do y'all like that draft rule? Like, what is it, the lottery?
Yeah,
the lottery.
No,
I think
that shit's stupid. You want to know why I think it's stupid? Because the Knicks haven't had a number 1 pick since Patrick Ewing. That's why I think it's stupid. I had to go through all those damn years of freaking pain and suffering before we got to where we are.
Y'all are dumbasses that drafted Obi Toppin, okay?
Hey, man, listen. All right, yeah.
Ain't nobody tell y'all draft him.
They missed on that pick 100%. But what, when have we haven't gotten just the idea of the lottery, and
hold on.
behind it. It's stupid.
Who was the dude who had the Fortnite uniform on?
who was that?
Fortnite uniform.
Knox.
Bro. He's garbage. He's garbage.
Y'all had no business.
He was like the number 10 pick or something like that.
Ain't nobody tell y'all draft him. Hey, you see them put that Fortnite suit on? Y'all should have known.
He was bad. He was real bad. That was the dog days, Fred. That's when we were ass. So I'm not even gonna count anything we did in that era. Kristaps was the one good pick.
I was gonna say y'all did get him throughout the time frame though with the lottery.
Yeah, and Mitchell Robinson was a good pick. Deuce was a good pick. We've hit on a couple later ones, but
I'm not a fan of it. I think I'm not exactly sure how the lottery works. I'm not that in depth with it, but I think maybe the top 3 or the top 4 teams should be in the lottery, and then after that it should go.
I'm sorry. Bottom the bottom 4 teams. Bottom 4 teams.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Bottom 4 teams should be a part of that. Like I said, the top 4 worst teams, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, it helps. The lottery is weird. My team has been in the lottery a lot lately. Happy with the picks that we made, but I don't really have any complaints because it's kind of been helping us out.
I mean, y'all would have a lot more first-round picks, though.
No,
we would. If it went from worst teams and bottom 3 or bottom 4 and stuff like that, then it would help us out a lot. But I don't know. I think eventually they'll probably switch it to try and get rid of some teams been back so long. I'm really, really trying to help you out. So we want you to get the first pick. We want you to get the second. We want you to get these top 3, 4 picks so you can really turn your team around. I think the league gonna get tired of seeing all these bad teams, especially with expansion coming.
Oh yeah, you definitely tired of seeing all these bad teams. You gotta pick it up.
Yeah, I think for the rule, before we go off, I think for the rule they should just limit it to the worst 8 teams. I don't like the rule how if you are in the play-in tournament and you don't get to the first round, you are then eligible to be a part of the lottery. I think it should be the worst 8 teams. But, Manny, I'm surprised you didn't – I mean, the draft picks have been working for you. I'm surprised you didn't say nothing about the Pistons not getting the first overall pick because, there's been a couple years now y'all missed out on it.
I was initially, hurt that we didn't get the first pick.
I'll miss out on Zion.
I wasn't even tripping, though, because this draft class is so bad. So I'm
this one,
it's not really this guy type of draft class. I didn't know who half of these dudes was, to be honest. A little
I
before.
still don't.
I mean, y'all also did miss out on Wemby.
That's what was gonna say
You missed out on
Wemby.
You missed out on Zion. You missed out on some
I ain't
big
tripping
players.
off Zion. I ain't even tripping off Zion. Pelicans can keep Zion. That's a Julius Randle at best, 2.0 at best.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He got to be healthy,
That's
man.
crazy.
Zion,
But he's healthy. He is way better than Julius Randle.
But we don't need that unhealthy stuff. We don't need that, man.
He's better than Julius Randle. What the hell are you talking about? What's he done that's better than Julius Randle? Besides be overweight and eat a bunch of snacks. What's he done?
Good and hit woman with BBLs.
Low-key, Randall got a shot on him. Zion ain't got no shot.
No,
on him. Zion,
exactly. Randle can shoot.
You said,
yeah.
Randall can shoot. He shoots a lot.
I know,
but he
A
can't
lot.
shoot
A lot. 2 for 7 to the 3-point line. You know that.
I think for Zion's sake at this point, he just gotta want to do it. Like you just gotta want to be on a diet. You just gotta want to leave these baby mamas with BBLs alone.
Hey,
you just got.
Hey, and you know what? Hey, you know what Zion does that Julius can't? Show up in the playoffs.
You said what? He can do what?
Show up in the playoffs.
I mean,
he ain't there come playoff time. He always hurt.
He was hurt.
This year was a prime example. He left.
Obviously,
hey, Zion showed up, took a picture, and then left.
whoa, he had 44 on Braun Head.
In the play-in tournament
obviously,
game,
he got hurt at like the last couple seconds of the game. But
he did.
They was about to win if he didn't.
That's true. I thought they was gonna win too. I thought they probably would have made it out the first round if they was healthy. But Zion he showed up to the party, took a picture, said hey, and then left.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight to move for 48 minutes.
Yeah, that's a big dude.
That's a big dude.
That's
a truck.
I think Ivy is a bucket, but our young guys just got to develop. We got to develop Pistons. So I disappointed about the draft, and then I think Ron Holland II, he's definitely, I think, just pure bucket. And I'm okay with that. But he got to learn how to shoot. We just need shooters over there. So
yeah, that's facts. One more thing I want to say before we go off, because I was looking at the reports just to see if something else happened before we went off. Fred, there is an update. Help is on the way for the Warriors. Y'all have traded for Kyle Anderson. He is there to
Warriors going to the championship.
You have made a deal, sent a second-round pick to Minnesota to acquire him. Help is on the way in the Bay Area.
Kyle Anderson.
Yeah, Fred, congrats.
You got slow-mo.
Yeah, Warriors.
That man moves slow as hell.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When I read that, I thought they traded for somebody better, and then I read the rest of the report. Oh, that's all right, Fred. Better days, yo. Better days.
It was probably like the breaking news with the sirens next to it and shit.
Yo,
the
let's
Warriors
see.
have got
Yo,
Kyle Anderson.
Look. Hold on. Look.
I can't see.
Oh,
okay, I can see it.
They made it look like it was special. That's why I said one more thing, Fred. But then I read the name.
Hey, I mean,
we
also got D'Anthony. We also got D'Anthony Melton too. Signed D'Anthony Melton. So
nice.
Shout out to that.
Warriors got that. Warriors got a scrub over there. Got a scrub. I'm sorry.
Hey, everybody got to restart, yo. Everybody got to restart eventually.
Yeah, man, it's over.
Yeah, I could.
Over,
you know what? Tom take his on the chin, so I'm gonna take mine on the chin. I ain't gonna say nothing. All right? I ain't gonna say nothing. But the Knicks ain't won nothing since the '80s. Okay, my bad.
Damn.
Hey man, I've been through this pain and suffering, and you're about to
and I
go
feel like
through
it's
the
been
same
300
pain
years since the
and suffering,
Pistons
too.
won something.
Hey,
All right.
And the Heat ain't won nothing in the last decade.
I got to
He's lashing now. Why are you lashing?
All I did was read a report.
No. You were excited to read that report. I have a smile on your face, okay? I got hostility to all three of y'all.
I got two things for you. One, y'all signed this man 3 years, for
Whoa.
27 mil?
I didn't.
Whoa.
What is wrong with y'all?
Who?
What is wrong with
Kyle
those?
Anderson?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't.
Kyle Anderson.
I didn't want to tell you that part. So that's some cat.
Kyle Anderson. So while you over there making jokes, Fred, y'all ain't about to win no championship no time soon. Who gonna lead you? Kyle Anderson? 3 years? 27 mil?
Hey, I mean, 27 million for 3 years is nothing.
Y'all got
that's Trump change.
Y'all got him on the scrub deal to fill some roster space, and I can't believe it's gotten to that point with Steph Curry. This is sick. And for the Pistons is one of the 9 of the 30 teams in the NBA that has 3 or more championships. Can a lot of teams say that?
I can.
You can. I can too. Miami is in there. Sorry, Knicks.
I can't say that.
Sorry.
But I say, because we had the 3rd most. I mean, obviously, ain't nobody catching the Lakers or the Celtics.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
They gone. Okay, they was cheating back in like the 60s and 70s.
It was only
cheating.
like 12 teams, if that. It's only like 9.
And the Celtics were really cheating back then. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Celtics, half of Celtics, just about more than half of the Celtics championships came before it was even color TV. They don't even.
Right.
They
and that roster they had winning those championships, ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Cap and stuff, just able to pay whoever they wanted.
They had a team full of Hall of Famers. That's not fair.
Yeah, that junk was crazy.
It was.
Yeah, at least the Lakers ironed theirs out the mud.
Right.
They started stuff, so I respect that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I had a blast talking about basketball with y'all tonight. Man, this was a fun episode. It was all
right. It was all right.
You know. All right, exclude the Warriors punches and jabs, but
hey Thomas, I don't know how you do. I don't like being on the bad side of these, man.
Well, football coming, so I might as well.
Oh yeah,
yes sir. You better tighten up. You better tighten up that chin strap, Thomas.
I need to lock in and get better in the fantasy league, Tom. I kind of got screwed this past year, man.
Oh yeah, I was just about to tell y'all I'm about to this week I'm about to put together the league and see who wants to play. Man, you got an invitation too if you want to join our fantasy league.
Man, absolutely.
I'm the reigning champ right now. I'm the reigning champ. Rob was our first ever champion though.
First off, you would have lost. I ain't gonna lie to you if I would have set my lineup. You would have lost if I'd have set my lineup. We can go back and look at it. If I'd have set my lineup, you would have lost.
Hold on. You acting like
Onthehop fantasy trophy is right here.
Look, Rob got this. When I ordered it, Manny, they spelled fantasy wrong, yo. Isn't that crazy?
Bro. Fantasy.
I mean, count me in. I'm down to do it.
All right, I'll send you a
Tom, we better be doing this shit for money this time, bro. I'm not playing.
That's why I said it's gonna be an entry, 20 or more to get in. But we gotta play for bread again. But hold on, before we go off though. Hold on, before we go off, time out. Fred, you ain't gonna act like I gave you a gift in the draft already though. I was supposed to have Tyreek Hill again, but I missed my pick, so I ended up with Travis Kelce. You know, I was supposed to have Hill, so you didn't have Hill. You wouldn't put that far.
Hey, brother. First off, right, but that's not my fault. If I'd have set my lineup though, I would have been a champion. I just, completely forgot about that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. Completely forgot about it.
We're gonna see that. We're gonna see this year because the champ got defend the crown. But yeah,
hey, you played the Bad News Bears to get there, just like the Celtics. You played the Bad News Bears to get to the championship, and you won your weak little championship. I hope you celebrate it. That's the last one you ever gonna win.
All right, that's a bet. That's a bet. That's a bet.
And man, yeah, I got smoke for you too, brother. You joining it? I got smoke for you too.
Bet. Let's get. I'm ready.
Yeah, Rob, I was literally about to send y'all a text this week about that. But yeah, Manny, I'll text you about it. We could probably make a fantasy group chat for the season. But yeah, definitely I want the best of the best this year. So when I go back to back, it's no flukes.
You know Michi in there not setting his line up. Are you putting Bernie Mitchell back in that damn league or no?
Or what?
Yo, he actually Joe Bernie, he was actually in the Final Four though. He did way better than the first time.
Bro,
I
he
don't
got
know if I'm
he
gonna put
got
him back
lucky as
there or
shit
not.
the whole time. You know damn well his luck was on his side this year. Come on. He was my kryptonite. I couldn't beat him.
Yo,
He would
he
drop
did
like 150 against me for no reason.
he did it.
I'm like,
He did a
bro, what
clean
are you
sweep.
on? All these fucking bums are getting 30 points. Like what are you saying?
I think the one week you played him, either Lamar Jackson or AJ Brown for him had nearly a 50 piece alone.
Yes, they both AJ had 48, and then Lamar had 39 or 40 or something. What are you supposed to do about that? You just gotta sit there and suffer, basically.
But yeah, I want the best of the best this year. I'm gonna definitely send y'all a text about it throughout the week. And yeah, we gonna play for money. We'll find a nice little trophy to give out. But yeah, it's gonna be on and popping this year for sure.
Definitely.
But we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode for you guys. Of course, thank you guys for watching and listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, Rob Sarasulo, Fred Harris as he gets rid of the jersey.
No, sir. I gotta show you the name on the back. Make sure y'all see.
And the host from the Run Podcast, Manny Wilson. Thanks again for joining us tonight. Manny, do a quick promo. Where can they find your podcast on each platform, man?
Yeah, go ahead, check me out, man, on Instagram, YouTube, wherever you use social media at the Run Podcast. You can follow my personal as well at I am Manny Wilson. But definitely listen to the podcast everywhere, Spotify, iPodcast, wherever you get your podcast, The Run with Manny Wilson. Appreciate you having me on time. Man, I had a blast with y'all today, so we're going to have to get this at some point.
Sir, that was fun, man.
Yeah, facts. But thank you all for watching and listening, and we'll see you guys on next week's episode.
All right, peace.
All right, peace out, y'all.
Deuces.